as a team, they've been doing very well. I've loved their movement. I on the other hand, I'm a big fan of what Last Round Save have to offer. Not to mention, they've got a lot of awesome names on that roster. Aqua, number one, Yoshi as well, Restored Rambo, Reformed. I feel like you just got to say everyone's name there. But they have a lot of experience, a lot of pedigree here at the Sunday Showdown and elsewhere. So, going to be a difficult task for Lazarus to overcome these guys.
Absolutely. Especially, I like to point out that Yoshi on the jet op is a fantastic and menacing jet op on the field in the server. I mean, going up against Yoshi with an operator is a very scary moment indeed. And hello. And so Kolb's, Soar, Mikado. I mean, we got kind of a regular ish roster here for a lot of the members and a lot of the players. So I'm excited to see what Reformed is able to do on the Phoenix. I'm excited to see, like, I mean, these. Let's be honest, we've kind of seen these comps pretty often, especially here on Haven. But I mean, they do give you a lot of utility. They do give you a lot of movement and a lot of just potential to be able to take a lot of ground from the enemy team. So I'm excited to see who's able to do something big here in this here on Haven. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, competition wise, I would say that this is bog standard. The difference there, Mikado on the Rays that you were discussing, and that's not necessarily standard, but we already know what Mikado can do with the Rays.
Yeah.
I don't need to really address it further, do I? So yeah, well done. I do like this though. Look at this A push already coming through from Lazarus. They have a strategy here on the pistol round on their attack, and I really love to see it.
Oh, beautiful stuff. To be honest, I didn't even realize it was 4 members of Lazarus pushing up. I mean, the dark cover is beautiful as well, pushing in pretty quickly. The dark cover does go down, and look at this positioning from him now. It's just Town who's able to take down 2 members already. Are you serious? Is taken out by Restored Rambo. This is C taken over for last round save, but look at this push, Vincent. It's just too strong from Lazarus, taking out all the members, and what a beautiful positioning from them. They knew exactly what they were doing here in the pistol round, just like you said. Wow.
I mean, it was just calm, cool, and collected. That old thing from Lazarus, you really like to see it. They never looked out of control. Always had a bit of control on what was happening, and even then, I mean, you know that things are going well when you're rotating in. You push forward A, and they push C, and you still have a player advantage on the retake. Like that's absolutely brilliant. So, exactly what is necessary. And honestly, a good read in general from last round save, but you're gonna have to do a little bit better there on those shots moving forward.
Yes, they are. I gotta say, they were in control. I mean, I gotta give it to Town. He was by himself. It was every member of last round save, and they held their own, got 2 frags. Beautiful stuff. So, I mean, what else can you say about that? So I just have to move on because I'm going to get stuck on that because those 2 frags with the ghost were too nice. But now it's Luna. It's all up to Luna getting the frag onto Yoshi. Kolbs, though, doing some damage as well, getting the trades out as well. Kolbs getting another one in their favor. Man, Yon tried to get something big done, but didn't have the HP to be able to do it. Restored Rambo by themselves here. Going to have to do something. I don't know if they're even going to try, but uh, I, I'm used to Restored Rambo on Sova. I'm sorry, that totally like took me aback. But it's nice to see them on the smokes and doing something a little different than normal.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa.
what a great shot! Oh my goodness, nicely done. Easy does it. That being said, by the way, I don't think they normally play Sova. I think their Sword Rambo typically. Okay, by the way, no, don't do it to him. That's dirty. That's dirty. Oh, why would you? Oh, I mean, I know why the BM, but why? I I actually think Restored Rambo is typically on the Jet, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what I'm seeing on the stats page. But maybe I'm crazy.
That's probably very true. That's probably very true. I think I'm thinking of something. Yes, I'm thinking of Rickabonkers. Sorry,
Ah,
Restored Rambo.
Rickabonkers is pretty bonkers himself. I hope we get to. Well, I don't know if they're already out. Anyway, on attack mode now, but nonetheless, I digress. 2 frags, Reformed and Restored Rambo, both picking up massive kills to open this round up. That's certainly how you want to change the way that things have been going. If your last round save with a 2-player advantage, and honestly, a huge advantage when it comes to the amount of damage. I mean, look at 2 of those players, absolutely in the red, barely any HP left on the Rays and the Omen.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing that Lazarus can do in this moment is get pretty aggressive, maybe get at least a frag or 2 in their favor, but Restored Rambo going off right now with a 3K, looking nice and crispy. It is all town. They do have full HP, full shield, and the Spectre in their hand, but the the positioning, though, from Yoshi, kind of chilling in that back area of the B site, not going to move, going to have the patience of a saint here. And I don't know if Town can handle the 1v5, but I mean, we've seen it before here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, and I would love to see it again.
I mean, it's gonna be difficult, but there's a first. I mean, you know. That being said, the spike is very ticked away, and it's just going to be the save. Every kill, though, matters quite a bit, and Town might be able to get that weapon. Nope, Restored Rambo's looking for it. Quad kill for them. But yeah, I mean, that's a nice little round. It was against the bonus weapons, so, you know, fair enough. But that being said, we are going to see the full weapon purchase into this one. And honestly, I'm ready for it. Those 2 rounds, they looked very, very solid from Lazarus, but now things, I mean, this is where the rubber meets the road, choice. You have to start winning on these gun rounds. And look at Soar, already picked up that operator. Unsurprisingly, wanting to get that out early, going to be playing over towards mid.
And perfectly smoked off by Yoshi with that one way. Is going to keep Yoshi alive a little bit longer than probably would have before. Dancing really close with death here is some of the members of last round save, but they are taking it nice and slow this time, sending the owl drone down. C-Long, Soar is here, still waiting for someone to peek that angle. Not going to get anyone this time, but we are seeing some shoulder peeks as well from the Jet inside that B mid window area. So this is one of those rounds that we probably see a lot here on Haven. Really slow, very methodical and calculated, because I mean, it is big. There's 3 sites, so there's a lot of places for you to be, a lot of places for your team to be and to peek from. So if you could take that nice and slow, Yoshi is going to kind of get into tangles with Mikado, is going to smoke themselves off and get out of there. But the push out onto A, I do believe, is about to be executed from last round save.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And, well, there was the Omen duel over towards C. It goes the way of Luna. So now the rest of the push coming up big. As that's Yoshi and Aqua. What a great opening. A couple of frags onto the site. Leaves 3 players left alive here for Lazarus, as they've now got to contend with the 4 left alive on last round save. Looking to move in from pretty much the same direction, all 3. Paranoia gets committed. Push comes through, but Yoshi with the double kill. 3 total, and Luna does just find 1 before it gets taken down by Reformed. So that's a very simple and easy way to tie up the game. Choices 2-2 is now the score.
I mean, I feel like A side is kind of gross to retake from CT side. You got that really skinny hallway to push through, and all 3 members tried to push through it and cover their angles, but Yoshi was just on top of the aim, was ready for it, won out in the aiming duels, and there's not much you can do from that, especially when your Cypher is taken down pretty early there towards mid, but Reform gets a ton of members flashed. I don't know why that escaped my mind, but it was just crazy how many members you saw flashed in that moment. Colbs is going to be able to spot out some of the members, and they are pushing down C-Long.
Man, this is just a race for the site. And, well, fortunately, it looks as if the attacker is going to win out in that race, particularly as looks as if Town and Luna were looking for a potential spot. What? That was so
Whoa.
fast! The animation didn't even have time to finish. That's incredible. Soar's just so quick with it, and there goes the Hunter's Fury. Denies the play, and Soar with the double kill. Town as well. What the hell happened? The Thrifty coming in, blink and you miss it. Lazarus, they come up big when it's most needed.
Soar, is your back okay? Because you straight up carried that round so hard. Those headshots with the Sheriff were so clutch. There's nothing else to say about that round. It was all Soar. It was all the Sheriff. A 4K? I mean, just like you were talking about, the animations weren't even able to finish on some of those kills. The crazy stuff from Soar. Hopefully we see more out of Soar just like that in the coming rounds.
I mean, listen, that is vintage Soar, in fairness. That's something we have come to see often from Soar. So I wouldn't hold your breath for too long, Choice, because we certainly are going to see more of that. That being said, Yoshi, the jet I have my eye on here, as the Blade Storm has been popped out. To be fair, Soar after that 4K also has the Blade Storm, but not yet going to be utilizing that bit of utility. But nonetheless, 1 minute left and a lot of map control gained, but not really a clear indication of where last round save are looking to go in this one.
Yeah, that was very interesting. He sent in the curveball towards Garage, and then they all three backed out. But it seems as though they were trying to bait out the rotations, and that might actually have worked. But there is the Omen on that C-long area. I feel like they kind of held their own here in this situation. Now Lazarus and Soar are going to be able to hold off for just a little bit longer. Mikado as well, sending in the showstopper. Isn't going to get anything this time, but it probably is going to barely miss out on the Phoenix. But this angle is just too dang good, and my goodness, Lazarus are looking really crispy here on the A side.
That being said, this is a winnable scenario. 2 versus 3. Town, the first to take the fight, but Restored Rambo wins that out. Such a huge key frag to come up big with. And now this is interesting as Luna had utilized that from the shadow, or rather didn't, actually came back through the long way and playing around these dark covers. Both of these Omens in prime position, but there goes the push, and Reformed with the help. So perfect. They've set up the crossfire, and Restored Rambo shuts Kolbs down. What a great job in the 2 versus 3 there from last round save.
Whoo! This is going to be another one of those rounds, Vincent, where it's just almost completely equal on both sides. It's 3-3 so far. I mean, I will say Soar is just absolutely soaring right now, but look at Restored Rambo, 9-4-0, still holding their own as well on this Omen, doing some absolute dirty work for last round save. But they're going to have to keep doing that, and they're going to have to keep it up because, I mean, Soar is looking to really do some damage to last round save. Town taken out almost instantaneously by Aqua. But Soar, once again, I feel like we're going to be saying their name quite a few times here. But it's going to be Luna getting a little bit of information and the B site in the favor of last round save so far.
I like this B push, and that it really just it catches off guard anyone. Like you're never expecting this sort of B hit at all. Though I will say as well that that timing from Luna to come through and it just pushed through mid whilst the rest of the team comes in. Kolbs is absolutely reformed. You gotta hit him in the head, okay? Okay, we're good. There we go. Restored Rambo comes in as well for the help. But yeah, no, Kolbs was absolutely furious there, I'm sure. Soar! What a great shot with the Blade Storm. And is going to make life very, very difficult. Long range, these blades can be deadly, albeit difficult, as the recovery of the rifle is short-lived. I don't know, do they go for this here? It looks like maybe, but against 4, this might be a save angle. I'm not too sure. That Paranoia denies once again, and Reformed coming around on the flank. This is just a matter of time. Soar, yes, gets 1, but that's just it.
I mean, a valiant effort from Soar to try and updraft over the smokes and maybe get a couple of knife shots in, but taken down pretty quickly by Yoshi, who was on top of those boxes in the mid there. Beautiful stuff from Yoshi to be able to take down a member. I mean, it's just going out skeet shooting, basically. You know, saying pull, getting the headshot pretty quickly out onto Soar is Yoshi. I mean, we've been talking about some of the all of these players in the server right now. We've been talking about them pretty consistently, that they are all fantastic players. And so we're going to see, I mean, even more coming out from all these guys here in the server. But this time we are on round 8. And we're pushing in last round saves, trying to keep their lead with Restored Rainbow, opening it up onto Luna. It was that Omen on Omen damage there. And that could be Seaside for them.
Well, it doesn't look as it. Okay, now they're looking to push. And Yoshi, what a great find. Soar just that's a little bit of a frustrating angle, right? Because Soar had the opportunity, but just wasn't able to make it work. And the run it back is utilized as a nice dart, allows for Colbs to get the frag on to Aqua through the site. And oh no, this push has been far too slow. Those rotations are in. That being said, Yoshi, a forward position, gets both frags. 2 angles, 2 kills from Yoshi. That is the power of your Jet, and just splits the difference, splitting them down the middle and making life miserable for Lazarus.
Oh, being able to take out Soar there kind of before the round really started, before the push down C long, was everything for last round save. I mean, Yoshi, even though, like you were talking about, it kind of took him a while to really push out onto the site, but once Yoshi was able to get in that dash and take all of that ground away from Lazarus, that was the round for them, or for last round save for sure. But this time it is going to be Reformed and Restored Rambo going off right now, taking out a lot of the mid cover from Lazarus, and now they're starting to really hold their own in this situation. They are sending the Owl drone in onto the B site, and this is a very interesting hold from last round save.
Well, I mean, I think they realized they're up against pistols, and dude, that paranoia, what great, well-placed paranoia, absolutely flawless and on point. But I think they realized, hey, this is pistols that we're going to be going against, and we just don't really necessarily want to worry about too much. So we're just gonna kind of run it down B, and that's honestly kind of a great adjustment to strategy, right? Like it throws your opponents off guard pretty consistently if you don't do it too often, and it can be an effective strategy because oftentimes that B area is the area that gets left open, or at least somewhat open, like you're playing the retake for it, just kind of depending on how you play A.
Good redirection of a lot of their strategies here. Kato, oh my goodness, he's going to be traded out by Jan, but could have actually gotten that double kill. 38 HP, might as well have gotten the kill. I mean, if that shock dart kissed Jan there, barely, could have been death for them. But Luna and Aqua could actually be in a nice little gun duel here with each other, but taking it nice and slow is Aqua. They're not gonna push themselves too far up into the site, and this could be a site for last round save, but this one and done angle could be too good. But no, Luna looks away at the wrong time, and that is going to be the A site for last round save. And here comes the run it back. It's going to be extinguished immediately by Soar with that operator. Could actually get another shot in here if they're taking this not too seriously, but it looks like they are this time. That's exactly what they need to do. They need to take this operator seriously. They can't push up too far. Town is actually going to be peeked and spotted out by Jan. So this could be perfect for Jan to get the headshot. The peeking headshot out onto Town. And that's going to be huge. And that's going to be the save for Lazarus. They want to keep that operator and they want to keep that rifle in hand. Wow. Huge stuff from last round save, Vincent.
Yeah, and I think fair enough on this save. That's exactly what you want to see, though Aqua is going for a potential denial, a missed shot from Sora, unfortunate. But Aqua Aqua is already taking Colbs, and oh, there we go. Reformed in on the action. That is brutal. Absolutely devastating stuff there to lose both the operator and the rifle. Maybe needed to start running a little bit further away if you wanted to get away from last round save, because geez, that was a quick find. They knew exactly where to look. And on top of that, I mean, this has just been, the last, 5 rounds in a row, simply been last round save, putting on a huge display for us and looking to continue to do that against non-ideal weaponry. We've got, once again, an eco coming through for Lazarus. That's been, again, a situation that they've been in a lot. They've been forced to save quite often, and Yoshi, forward position with those blades, and doesn't necessarily need them. Reformed, the one to open the site up with the frag.
Going in super confidently.
My camera is destroyed.
Just absolutely confident onto the site. They know that it's going to be a save round. Pushing in, and they're hitting their shots perfectly. Soar is going to be spotted out by the Owl drone, but Mikado is waiting around the corner for someone to push it with that judge. Could have been devastating if they'd taken the bait, but they're a little bit smarter than that. Last round save, are going to be holding the site as closely as possible. And I will say the slow rotation coming out from the Omen on the side of Lazarus could be huge, but it seems like Jan is ready for it. I feel like the dark cover kind of gave it away a little bit, but
A little bit.
who's going to win out on this one? It is going to be Jan, and that's going to be the round once again. 2 last round save.
I mean, Town gets a couple there on the well, not flank, but just on the exit. That's the word we were looking for. But I mean, 3-8. That scoreline is not ideal. I mean, best case scenario, you got 4 rounds. Worst case, you lose this one and you're at 3 for the half on your defensive side of Haven. I mean, I still stand by that this map can go very attack-sided, but I mean, the data don't lie. It says that the defense is slightly favored here regardless, especially at this level. So it's very, very difficult for me to see a world in which this is a positive for Lazarus. That being said, we do have some ultimates. That's not great. Though Colbs does respond with the ultimates that I was talking about, using that Hunter's Fury early, but it's ultimately just that 1-for-1 trade. So not too good for the defense.
Yeah, they're definitely hoping for a little bit more, especially out of that Hunter's Fury. They were able to tag, I do believe, Restored Rambo. But this time, Colbs is going to be sending in some shock darts, clearing out that little corner back there, and possibly giving Town that opportunity to get a frag. Not this time, though. Seems like they're a little bit smarter than that, but Restored Rambo and Luna might actually get into a battle here, and it seems like Luna might actually have the drop onto Restored Rambo. We don't know. Yes, there it is. Able to take down the rival Omen. That's the smokes out of the hands of last round save for the rest of this round. But Town and Luna getting aggressive here in this situation, but Yoshi aggressive themselves, might actually get a frag, but Mikado is able to get the frag themselves. It's all up to Reform. Takes out the showstopper. It's going to send in the, oh no, the flame wall, and is coming down to this. It is a 1v3, and the Hunters are coming in hot and heavy. Colbs able to get the headshot onto Reformed, and that is an 8-4 half, still in the favor of last round save, but that was a good half. That was a really good half for last round save.
Yeah, it was a nice little last round for Lazarus before they move over to the attack, but nonetheless, overall, I don't think you can fault last round save at any point, Choice. They've really kind of run away with things. We saw them win a cool 6 rounds in a row once that, it was 3-3, and then things just kind of snowballed straight out of control for the Lazarus side. So nonetheless, they have the opportunity to bring this back. 4-8 is certainly not an unwinnable scenario as we get into this pistol.
Absolutely, especially if they're confident in their attacker's side. Lazarus. I don't know who picked the map, but I don't know if that matters too much here in this situation. There is a lot of damage putting out onto Soar, 45 HP left over, and this falling back situation, we saw this a lot before here on the Haven. Like, I mean, this is a really fantastic positioning by Lazarus, as they're just taking down members with Yoshi themselves, are able to get a headshot out onto Luna. This is nice positioning by Lazarus to be able to give themselves possibly a round in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking to get it. Yoshi lasts alive, and there it is. Town with the final frag. Lots of utility going in, just well utilized, I have to say. And that's the way to start the half. You know, you're down, not too far, but you're down, and so it's always going to be a positive for you to pick up that pistol, get things rolling in this second half, and Lazarus are looking to do just that, buying in here, and actually nothing at all purchased for the defense. I really like this full classic buy, and that's like, I mean, I like seeing that because I think that shows me that the last round save are confident in their gun rounds. They just want to not take any chances, get out those guns when they can.
Yep, Sora getting nice and aggressive is going to be able to take down Restored Rambo. A really unfortunate positioning for them. Pushing out C long up against an Owl drone is going to clear them out from that little cubby area. Sending in the Roomba towards Garage, which is perfect. It is going to spot out Reformed. It is going to be shot out, but Mikado pushing in and able to get a lot of damage out onto them. Sora with the super aggressive positioning is going to be shot down, but Lazarus absolutely lasering down the opposition, the push. Although you were talking about they all had classics, there's not much they could have done in that situation. But, I mean, fun all the same.
Yeah, very little to be done for last round save there, like you said. That being said, you do have rifles into this round. Exactly what you want to see coming through from them. Still a 2-round advantage now. The bonus coming through from Lazarus as well gives them prime opportunity to continue to run away with things, but it certainly could be a stop against the SMGs that Lazarus have out this round.
I love the Roomba that clears out Garage. It's so fun.
Here.
So nice, but that time didn't clear out Yoshi, but that's 3 members now that they know are on this site, and one of them is going to be spotted out. Aqua is going to take one down. This is huge for last round save. They're absolutely dominating the opposition right now. There's only 1 member left alive. It is the Sova on the side of Lazarus. My goodness, what a crazy start to the round there. It's all up to Kolbs with this Spectre. Not going to have much in their arsenal here, but going to try and go around to the backside, but Aqua is already ready for it, watching this angle. That was a fantastic round for last round save there, Vincent.
Oh, nice shot as well. I want to know how much damage that shock dart that Aqua threw out initially did. It looked like it hit 4 players, man. That was brutal. Well placed by Aqua, and I mean, just in general, this has been, every time you see that gun round come out, it seems as if there's new life for last round save, and they did it once again there. Pulled out the guns, and everyone fell to pieces after that. So we do see full guns this time, though, to be fair, for Lazarus. They, like I was talking about, had the buy-in last round. It was that bonus. They didn't have full weaponry, but nonetheless, some potential information as Reform might be going for that orb, but elects not to. Instead, getting a bit of a forward position here, and might find Town. The timing, oh my goodness, but Town somehow wins that. Fortunately, Yoshi is there for a trade. Nonetheless, Town finding one is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, I would take a Phantom in that situation over the Vandal, because I mean, obviously it worked. That tight spray was able to get that headshot out, and this is going to be a nice 2-prong attack from Lazarus. They're able to go up from C-Long and the garage area and able to take down Yawn. This is huge. Restored Rambo is going to be taken down as well. And now there's only 2 members left alive on last round save. This is looking like a much cleaner situation for Lazarus instead of what's been going on, because last round save, it seemed like they've had their number. But this time, Lazarus were able to get those headshots. That 2-prong attack was perfectly placed, perfectly executed by Lazarus. And there's a big ticket here for Yoshi. It's going to be taken down by Mikado and Aqua. It's all up to you. 1 shock dart in the arsenal, as well as this Vandal. Are we going to see a save from Aqua? It looks like it.
I think so. I think that's the right decision, honestly. I mean, but Soar. I mean, Soar. Just the tip of that two-pronged attack, absolutely brilliant. Got a fourth position and got both opening kills on the site. Absolutely incredible. Sure, you could say the timing not super great for both of those players on site. They were caught out a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's because Soar got into such a great position. They were not expecting it, not prepared in the slightest, and well, there we go. 9-7 is the score line after that victory for Lazarus. That being said, they do need to start turning these, one round victories into multiple round victories. I say that. I mean, they've won 3 out of 4, but this seems similar to like the last half where they, were going back and forth, and then the last round save just started to run away with things. That's what I'm worried about, particularly as we are seeing once again another full buy coming out, and Yoshi gonna have that Blade Storm ready to go.
I love the 5-player push down short. They are going to be kind of spotted out here. The curveball does come out. Tons of damage out onto Luna. This is tough for them. 5 HP. Almost got tapped by that flame wall, by the molly and the hot hands. Excuse me.
Oh, no.
Mikado is going to take down Aqua. This is huge. The recon dart is out of the hands of last round save. This is huge for them. Lazarus are going to back off in this situation. Going to try and take a different position as now they don't... last round save don't have a recon dart. This is actually probably the right thing, the right move for them to do. They know that they don't have a recon dart to be able to spot them out or spot out where they're going to be pushing or which site they're going to be on, but they still have, they still have Yon with that camera on C long, but this could be a double back, but the two members pushing. Oh, this is tough.
Well, there goes Town with the opening frag with Sword Rambo, though. Trades immediately. And, Mikado in prime position, nearly with the shot. But Yoshi, those blades, they're good for 2. Leaving just 1 player left alive in Restored Rambo. 1 versus 2, but Kolbs good for the frag. And, well, if it wasn't for Kolbs, it would have been that showstopper from Mikado. But you know what? I'm a little bit frustrated there by Aqua's peak. I mean, yes, you have a dart cover in the way. Yes, technically there's that that flame wall in the way as well, but it's just a little sloppy. It's just a little bit sloppy swinging into that that line of sight. So an opening frag, yes, but I think a bit of a mistake there. And once again, we've closed this deficit to just 1. Lazarus, they're in spitting distance of last round save.
Yeah, they are. They're looking like they're feeling a little bit better here on this attacker side. The call does come in that they are going towards A. This is a full team rush out onto the A site. Yon is by themselves behind the dark cover, able to kind of keep themselves alive for a little bit longer. This is beautiful positioning. The recon dart comes out. He's going to be able to get a headshot out onto Kolbs while they were planning, so that denies the plant. And that is huge for them. But all the rounds, the players are going down. I mean, it was a valiant effort for being a save round for last round save, but wow. Big stuff from Lazarus, big stuff for Yon in that situation and that recon dart.
Yeah, and Yon has had a rough game here. Had, I think, to be honest, was like 06 at one point score wise. Had a really rough start. Is not had a great game thus far, but has been trucking along. Has had some high impact moments, and that's another example of one where did it work out all that well? No, but it was those flashes of brilliance, and definitely what you like to see. The rest of last round save have been stepping up. That being said, the same could be argued for Lazarus. They've won 3 in a row now, and 5 of, or rather, 5 of the last 6. The 6 rounds here at the opening of the second half. 5 of them going the way of Lazarus, as we are in a bit of a pause. That is going to be a pause coming in, I think, from the Lazarus side. So I'm not too sure if this is a tech pause, what's going on. But yeah.
Yeah, so they're it's time to reconnect with yourself. I mean, if your last round save, this is very
Doing some
interesting.
soul searching.
Yeah, exactly. You got to connect with yourself, the higher beings, I guess.
Do some, just meditating.
Yeah, some mindful meditation,
I
be in the
see.
moment, get ready. But it seems like, Lazarus have been doing a fantastic job with a lot of these 5-player pushes down A. They're doing good with that,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And so we're jumping back into this, but I mean, it seems like last round save, they're going to have to jump into this, kind of really figure out how to push back on this 5-player push down A. Jan actually in kind of
Look at the
a
push. Look at the
scary
push
position.
behind. The push behind. It's so quick. Oh, does it come up big? I don't know. Town. What a great shot as well. It is just a 1 for 2 ultimately with that flank. And now the push on A is successful. Restored Rambo still on the flank, but Kolbs is ready and waiting. That's a great shot from Kolbs. Now there's simply 2 players left alive. And what do you do here? You try to save, but you get shot straight in the face. Luna with a great couple of frags, lines him up and knocks him down. Man, first time. Is this first time? First lead since Pistol in the second round for Lazarus? I think it is. They've not been in the lead since that 3-2.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Wow. So it is going to be one of those, kind of equally feeling team battles, basically. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Both of these teams' attacker side is looking so clean, and the defense side hasn't been looking the best on either side here for either last round save or I almost said restored Rambo, Lazarus. So they're gonna have to find out how to really push back on these attacks or these site takes, because that's what's been killing them.
I mean, yeah, and you're right. It's been very much a battle for the attacker side, and I mean, right now it's certainly looking to be Lazarus that are ahead of the curve. That being said, Spike gets planted, and this is just against pistols, so don't really expect all that much from last round save in that one. But a flawless victory is certainly nothing to scoff at. It is quite difficult, even against those sheriffs. And though we're going to be, I mean, this is a spot. Put it that way. Last round save. They are looking into, pretty much must-win round at the moment. Yes, they have one more round if they lose this one, but I mean, number one, you're at match point. Number two, your money is going to be in the bin once again, and I mean, this is the time you've really set yourself up for success here. But the problem is, look at Hunter's Fury, the Blade Storm, from the shadows. There's lots of ultimates there, and well, make it one more on the other side. Hunter's Fury gained there by Aqua.
Beautiful stuff by them. Gotta commend Lazarus on this beautiful attacker side for them. Does accidentally miss the camera in that shot there, but Sora is going to be hit by that curveball. Jan in a perfect position though, but here it comes. Oh my goodness, the headshots are coming in huge. Reformed is going to be able to get 2 kills. Jan one for themselves. Yoshi knows exactly where one of the members is. Kolbs is caught out of position, is caught out in this window area. And it looks like Town was trying to get a very interesting rotation out. Not able to finish it off this time. Does get a little bit of damage out onto Reformed. He's going to be able to use the hot hands to clean it up, but the operator is going to spot out Kolbs. This is a tough situation. If he could win out on this duel, gets hit. It's get legged. 20 HP, does have the Hunter's Fury. Not going to use it in this situation, but I think this is the save.
I mean, this is a can you save more accurately?
True.
30 seconds, and I mean, nobody's really chasing at the moment, but that could change pretty quickly. And with low HP, it's going to be maybe a difficult save if they go for him, but I wouldn't be surprised to see last round save just kind of give this up, considering the economy and how the last couple of rounds have gone for them. I'm going to see the last 5 in a row gone the opposition's way. So, yeah, well done. And this is not too unexpected. You don't want to give too much away. And the good news is here, Choice, they're kind of giving themselves a bit of wiggle room where they should have some sort of buy, even if they lose this coming round.
Yeah, that's a very nice place to be. I mean, with those econ changes, I think it was the right choice for them to save, for Kolbs to save the rifle, because they all had a big bank already. They had a ton of cash in their pocket. It didn't really matter if they only got 1,000 credits for that save. But once again, here's this 5-player push down 8. I mean, again, are we
Oh
going to be
shoot.
able to see them push it off this time? Oh, this is tough,
Oh, the
Vincent.
Fury. Oh, what great just ability to be so slimy. Yoshi, well done to deny that. The push coming through. Sora pulling out the Blade Storm. Now gets a forward position. Tries for the right click. Not going to work. The 1-for-1, though, ultimately. Luna comes back for more. Yawn with 2. Reformed comes back. And Reformed underneath Heaven spots Town out on the site. Recovering a Vandal. 7 bullets, but that's all you need. If you're Town, and Combs comes up with more. Restored Rambo falls. That's the 12th round and match point gained for Lazarus.
There was so much chaos out on the field. It was just too much, and it seemed like Lazarus, although there was a ton of chaos out on the field, they were able to hold it together. I mean, we saw Sword jump in, get a lot of ground, and turn around inside of one of those smokes and try to get the knife right click out onto Aqua, but it just didn't connect. But even under all that pressure, under all that circumstance, they were still able to hold it together. But I will say that last round saves still have a chance here to bring it up to a tie, to bring it up to that tiebreaker. So that overtime could be huge for them. Kato almost gets caught out by that hot hands, but this is a really intense situation. You can tell that the sweat is starting to accumulate on the brow for last round save here. They're keeping it cool. They're trying to not move out as far as possible, or they're not getting really aggressive. They're staying back this time. But once again, this A
Look at
push is
this.
just so tough from Lazarus. They know what they're doing.
Every single time as well. And there it is. This time to a Blade Storm to follow it up, but Sora gets a forward position. Is he ready, though? Yes, that's going to be a huge frag. Yoshi falling to Town. Yon, though, comes in for a double kill, and off the back of that run it back, nothing really gained. 2 players and make it 1. Luna with the frag, and now it's all under Reform, but it's just the trade. Luna comes up big, and that is Lazarus taking things all the way. They take out last round save in massive fashion on Haven. That is not what I was expecting, Joyce.
Not at all, but I mean, I got to give it to last round save. They gave it their all. They brought it all the way up to 10 points up on the board, even though 2 of the members that they have right now are basically fill-ins for the most part. If I saw correctly in chat, Granasty in the chat saying that they've been basically a team for 3 days besides the core 3 players there. So, I mean, kudos to them up against Lazarus, who have been doing some pretty good work up in the server, up in the lab. It seems like they've got their stuff down pat. I really got to give it to Luna, though. Every time they were able to take the A site, Luna got up, teleported up into heaven, and was able to get that just ridiculous flank, and it worked almost every single time they had A.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of big problems there for specifically the last round save defense. I mean, I guess that's an understatement when you look at the 8-4 score line, like turning into a 13-10 loss, right? Like that's a huge swing in the favor of of Lazarus, but nonetheless, yeah, last round save they had flashes of that brilliance that we know
Yeah.
that they can bring. But you're right about restored Ram, or rather Luna. I apologize. You've made me do it now. I'm blaming you on that one. We've just
That's
thrown
okay.
restored Rambo in for everybody at this point. In fact, subjected them to be an entire team on their own. But no, Luna getting a position to pretty much deny any sort of retake. It's so difficult to dislodge that spot. And we did see Soar picking up the MVP as well. That's absolutely well deserved.
Yes.
Soar had a great game. In fairness, Reformed also had a good game, but I mean, Soar really leading the team to victory there.
I gotta say, nice econ rating for Reformed. Anyways, it's totally not 69. Okay, so fantastic stuff from Lazarus. I gotta give it to him. I mean, we've been saying it. quite a bit, you and I, Vincent, that like they have been putting the work in, and it looks like it. I mean, it feels like it. They are a force to be reckoned with, and they're getting pretty deep here in the bracket. I mean, we're just about to come up on quarterfinals here, top 8 in the Valorant Sunday
Mhm.
Showdown, week number 50. So they're putting the work in, and it's showing off. And I'm loving to see this, Vincent.
Yeah, I mean, I am too. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this I pretty sure tying the highest placing for this Lazarus squad. Yeah, they were fifth to eighth in week 47. So if they win their next matchup, they are going to be at the highest placement they've ever been in the Sunday Showdown as this core. And I'm excited to see if they can do that. But in general, they've had a great run today. We've seen them a lot on broadcast, and there's a reason. They're a pleasure to watch and to commentate over. I'm really excited to see what they continue to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with that being said, we're going to jump into a quick little break. On the other side of that break, it is going to be quarterfinals. Vincent and I will be casting that. That will be our last game, the quarterfinals, and then you will see some more casters that you're going to be familiar with. So, don't go anywhere. We're going to go to a quick little break.